Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Doug White down here in Alabama. Got some errands to run, and so I thought I would get on here and I hadn't got any notes or anything. I'm just going to kind of ramble what's been on my mind. I said that I never would talk about the end times anymore. But I told a story. I think what do you call it? Expound on it a little bit today. Yeah, that's the word, expound. If y'all can hear it over this road noise. Anyway, I was thinking on these very wise men, a lot smarter than me. They always change this word in the book of Matthew 24. Those questions there that the disciples asked the Lord. Well, the last question was this: and the end of the world. And the end of the world. But these people that go off to these seminaries, they always change it to the end of the age. So, to me, that's an entirely different meaning, brothers and sisters. I think that they would have known. They would have known that there was going to be an end of the world. Martha knew that there was a last day. And I think sometimes they would call it heaven and earth passing away. So, but when they change that, that's like asking the same question twice. When shall these things be? And then you turn back around in the end of the age. Well, you know, there was an end to the animal sacrifice, to the what is the word? The temple sacrifice. There was an end to that. The temple was torn down. Jesus set up his kingdom during that Roman Empire. The God of heaven set up a kingdom that would never pass away, and it would destroy all the other. And anything that opposed his kingdom, even to this day, will be destroyed. His kingdom will go on forever and ever and ever. But in God's order, you see what I'm saying? You know, it may be a long time. It's going to a far country. The Bible says after a long time. So when they change that word to me, when they change that word end of the age to end of the age instead of end of the world, they always, you know, I speak English, I don't speak Greek. You know, I'm sure they can say, well, that's what it means, that's what it means. You know, I've been hearing that for a long time. But down here in Alabama, the end of the world to me means the end of the world. And I'm going to take it like that until God shows me different. And that fits. It doesn't fit answering the same question again, saying at the end of the age. Yeah, it was the end of the age. It was the end of that age. No more animal sacrifice. Jesus Christ was the final sacrifice, once and for all. So that was the end of that. And made sure because one stone upon another, brothers and sisters. And he said those were the days of vengeance. So all the Old Testament prophets were avenged there, and their souls were with him right now. You know, sometimes it would say, they'll kill you, but not one hair of your head will perish. You ever notice that? They'll lead you around and kill you, but not one hair on your head will perish. But brothers and sisters, not one hair on their head is going to perish eternally, is what I see. But I believe the souls of these people are already in heaven right now. And we're, from generation to generation, we're populating this heaven out of his elect, the ones he loves, that are born onto this earth, this fallen earth, and in his appointed time, the last day, all these things will come to fruition. We'll have a last day. That's the way it works for me. Now look, if I get something wrong, I just get it wrong. This people differ on this, and I don't believe how you believe on this has anything to do with whether. Well, it has something to do with me because if you want peace in this life, you don't want to believe what the full preterists say, that everything's been fulfilled, and we're just left behind down here, and things are just going on as it is. No, I'm not a full preterist. I came over here to say the preterist is an old English word that means past. It's in our past. So certain things are in our past. What everybody thinks of as the Great Tribulation period, brothers and sisters, is in our past. Look over there in Revelation at the very end. He's saying, I come quickly. I come quickly. What do you mean I come quickly? At the very end, Jesus is saying, behold, I come quickly. He came in judgment. He came, his kingdom was set up during the Roman Empire, according to, well, I got another video on that. It was set up during the Roman Empire. And it's in heaven right now, and it's going on forever. But bringing all the things, the last enemy hadn't been destroyed yet, brother and sister, which is death. All his enemies will be under his feet in the fullness of time, I believe. But I don't want to be confused with a full preterist. I just believe certain things have already taken place in Scripture. Matthew 24, and most people won't even look into it. When he said this generation shall not pass, that's what he's talking about, this generation. When he says there'll be some standing here, won't taste death till these things be fulfilled. What things? The setting up of his kingdom, the avenging of all of his enemies of the prophets and the apostles and prophets. All that was avenged. That's what a king does. He conquers. And he's ruling and reigning from heaven right now, brothers and sisters. And that's my view on the matter. Don't change, these smart and wise men. A lot of people believe it. I'm not going to get mad with you if you don't believe what I'm saying. But they've changed this word. And the end of the world, they changed it to the end of the age. Some of the people I like the most on the internet change that. They don't see it. But I say, look, the end of the world means those people were looking for the end of the world also. When the elements will melt with fervent heat. That's what they were asking about. When is it going to wind everything up? I know this. They want to know when that event was going to happen. And anyway, just want to go get on here and go through it a little bit. I hadn't got any script, any text right here to go to, except what comes on my mind. What he was talking about back there, he would say, this generation, some standing here. He gave you a ballpark figure, and even Romans, and even Revelation would call, I come quickly, the time is at hand. I often wonder, well, what do you mean the time is at hand? His kingdom has been set up in heaven. The God that created everything has a kingdom, brothers and sisters. And anyway, just want to get on here and talk a little bit more. So what is it? What is the end of the world? It's like a master gone into a far country. A long time. So it's been a long time. Those early saints that were martyred, and they're ruling and reigning with him for this during this 1,000-year period, brothers and sisters. Those were the souls of them, not the bodies. You notice that over in Revelation? The souls of these people, not the bodies. And that, brothers and sisters, in my view, is in our future, the bodily resurrection of all God's people. The resurrection. When people will be changed, when his people will be changed in a moment, a twinkle of an eye, this mortal body will put on immortality on that glad day, brothers and sisters. And But anyway, we're talking about a short time. What is this thing that's going to happen in a short time? The end of animal sacrifice, the Jewish economy was over with, and now it's Jesus Christ ruling and reigning once for all. But anyway, you got to watch out for all this traffic. I'm getting wound up. I know I'm forgetting something. And there's another reason. There's another reason why I believe that the scripture, the full preterist or hyper preterist view is wrong. It don't seem right to me. That God will leave all this hanging. There wouldn't be an end to sin. There would everybody, it wouldn't be into anything. I just don't believe, I don't feel right in my spirit. That's the main reason, I guess. It overthrows the faith of many. And everybody I see on the internet that is a full preterist, they believe the scripture has been fulfilled all the way. They don't seem too happy to me. You know what I mean? But anyway, just want you to know, it's out there on the internet, overthrowing they make a good case for their from scripture. They make a good case for it. But what I'm saying is, Christ the first fruit. After that, them that are His, that is coming. If all this happened back in the first century, everything that'd be all. We would all be left out. What are we doing here? Why is there still time? Why is there still time? Why is there still seed time and harvest? Why is the rainbow still up in the sky? Brother says this. I've been going back and forth with some of them on the internet, trying to show. Martha said that at the last day there would be a resurrection. We're still having days. People still cry. People still die, brother and sister. People still have pain. It would be just one bad joke if we didn't have hope that there is a resurrection of the dead. And I am against it. I'm not one of these full preterists. Some people you just put that word out there to everybody, but actually everybody that believes that Jesus came the first time is a preterist, because that's something that has been fulfilled. But every time the Bible talks about coming in the Bible, it's not talking about the resurrection. He came in power in the first century. He came in the clouds in the first century. He came in judgment of the wicked, the ones that persecuted His people, the ones that were beheaded. But you remember they said, "How long, O Lord, before you'll be avenged?" But anyway, I got to cut it off now. But just want to make my point. Short time for the first part for the these things question. A long time for the end of the world question. That's a good way of making it simple, so people you don't have to spend 2 hours to get it to listen to a video. But anyway, I'm gonna go on to my next one here. If I forget something, I'll put it in the column below. Peace and love, Miss Old Boy, down here in Alabama.